Start it up like this. Just setting the data. Switch is streaming. Open up the monitor so I can see text. Sorry, messing with my. Oh, I forgot I on starting screen. Alright, cool. So now I can go back over here to the actual screen and click. Ta-da! Cool. What's up, guys? Hope you guys are doing well. I am having a difficult time getting stuff done today, but I've gotten significantly more accomplished on this harness. I've just got to finish this last bit of it. I'm going to get that done, and I'm going to get another harness, the other harness that I was working on already, getting it prepped and get it all underway. So I got a lot to get done, not a lot of time to do it, so let's make as much stuff happen as possible today. What's up, Dirty Bird? Waving a hand. Mr. 213 Dirty Bird. So I'm gonna check and see if this small one works. I don't normally use it too much, but we will. Oh, I can't use that one. Never mind. I've misplaced the blade. I used it for a guide and a tool to flatten, and unfortunately I have for lack of a better word, misplaced the blade. But lucky for you guys, I've got backups. I've got the one I'm actually looking for, which is right here. Hey, be careful. I'm gonna drop this whole top drawer of my toolbox if I'm not careful. Alright, so heck yeah, man. Appreciate you hanging out. See you hope be seeing you soon enough on the 24th if you can make it. Not really, it don't have to be the 24th, but whatever. Any day of that weekend, the weekend of Joliet. Hope to see you there. I got my all my stuff already booked for the event. What's up, Apple, Goofy, and Sylvester, and Lenny, and Vernal? Hope you guys are doing well. We're working on some 7/8 hardline today. Hello, hello, for anybody hopping in on Facebook and everywhere else. I think I don't know what I'm gonna do, to be honest, actually. So, gonna miss Juliet. Have fun for me. The wife wants to go on a cruise that same weekend. Well, I hope y'all enjoy your cruise, man, for sure. And Copy, you'll stop by at least once. Heck yeah, man. Hope to say hello and shake your hand, man. Oh, let's turn this thing down. It was 99 degrees today. So today is not the day for 68 degree AC. It is currently still 70 plus in my shop, and I am irritated by that. I got a fan going. It's not like the best AC in the world by any means. I've got like I think a 10,000 BTU or something like that. Oh yeah, I should be. I need the flyer from Mississippi. Actually, I should be in Mississippi, in Gulfport, but I need the flyer first to confirm that. I might get myself in trouble if I don't watch it. Alright guys, what we're doing right now is I'm working on the O-rings that are here. What's up, Scott? Waving a hand, man. We're working on our 7/8 project. I'm trying to get all of my 7/8, well, at least 2 of the identical harnesses finished up on my 7/8 as soon as possible. I'm shooting for having them both done before this week's out. Hey, thanks for Scott liking the stream. Let me see if I can pull this off of the screen. Where is that at? Let me see if I can find that. Where's it at? Somebody else, if you get a chance, like the stream. I don't know who else is in there, but I'm going to try to pull the second overlay off so it doesn't pop your name up twice. But yeah, it actually wasn't working on the other live. Hey, thank you. I can pull it off. Thank you. Appreciate that. Thanks, Daniel. You helped me. So I do appreciate you liking the stream. You guys liking the stream anyway. I just don't want to spam you guys with a bunch of different lettering on there. It's nice to be able to recognize you guys when you guys click something, just because it's appreciated. I don't know about that sound. We might turn that sound off. I don't know if it works for TikTok and stuff. Actually, I know it doesn't work for TikTok because I had a guy that was tapping that screen like crazy. We had a bunch of likes on the TikTok, but it wouldn't recognize it. So it was nice and friendly of them, but unfortunately it didn't recognize them on the main stream. All right, so now here is the work. I'm gonna. Oh, I can play with this. Let me do it. Give me a second. So where's my camera at? Oh, don't want to do that. Too late. Already did it. Uh-oh. No, we're not worried about no screenshots. I don't need that. So now we're going over here to stream. Nope, I don't want that. Page 2. Nope, I don't need none of that. Over there. We're gonna go. We need to go to the camera. Hey, thanks for liking the stream, Desmond. Appreciate you, man. Whatever. Well, there was a camera option that I could do where I could actually. Oh, I can click it on the stream right there. Yeah. Okay, cool. Look and see if it works. I've got to reactivate it. So it let me zoom in the camera in and out. But I've got a fix for that. Zoom. There's your zoom. So, sorry, that's funny. All right, back off. We got this thing on a boom stand, so I can move it around wherever I need to. I don't know yet what I'm going to bring to Joliet. I might just bring the two phones and look like a goofball, or I might do something different. We'll see. I've yet to figure out exactly what I plan on doing. That's just why I've been doing all this fiddling with the streams, because I'm trying to get everything ready for that event. What's up, Loud Dog? Appreciate you liking the live, man. Absolutely. I'm sorry it doesn't give you recognition, but I absolutely do appreciate it, for sure. If you guys got anything you want to ask, you got questions or anything like that, feel free to let me know. All right. Yeah, thank you for letting me know that, for sure, because I always forget. I don't ever remember. I always try to keep it quiet whenever I'm doing a wire on somebody's stuff. Your wire is coming up next, so we will be grabbing your wire today, Scott. So we will be showing everybody your stuff, your goods, here shortly. So just give me a little bit to finish up this one, and we will see it in action as we're doing it. So we've got that. I need to go ahead and close up the end of this. Finish that bugger off. All right. So now, first things first, we got Ranger. Appreciate you, man. Thanks for the, I don't know what it is, heart with a crown. Thank you. I appreciate that for sure. And good evening, man. Hope you're doing well, man. All right. So here is the part where you do stupid things. Don't get in a hurry just because you're in a hurry. So reach down, find wherever your toolbox is, or go to the store and get a pair of gloves. If you're doing this wire, you probably got enough money to buy some gloves. So get some gloves, put them on, keep yourself from getting cut, like that. That right there, if I would have held that right there, how sharp that edge is, I would have cut myself. So keep yourself safe. Hello, hello, YouTube land. Is this one going to Cali? This one is going to, where is this one going to? I don't know. I think it might be going to California. All right. I'd have to double check. One, I've got to double check and see if that customer is okay with me like mentioning their state. There's a couple guys that don't want me doing that. But I've got several coaxes going out. I need to message the other dude back. I just realized I shipped one to like Washington State, and I never even talked to the dude after it was built. So I need to make sure that it's everything he needed. I like doing that for people, but at the same time, I definitely like to make sure that they're taken care of in every aspect. I don't want to be the person who's selling harnesses and not following up, and somebody don't know how to install something, don't put it in right, or for whatever reason it's not safe or finished properly. Or like I did for the fellow in Maryland, I built his wire, and like a dummy, I upgraded him, not to be disrespectful or rude to him, but I just did it on habit. He went and ordered some UHF ends, and I sent him some DIN ends. The problem with upgrading somebody without them asking is they don't necessarily appreciate it the same way that somebody who is asking for the upgrade is going to appreciate it. They'll say, oh, I don't have the connectors for that, I don't have the hookups to make that work, blah, blah, blah. A bunch of other reasons that they would be unhappy with you just choosing hey, what's up? Hello, Mr. 870. Waving a hand, man. Hope you're doing well. We're working on some 7/8s today. I'm doing LC connectors for this individual. And actually, the next individual that we're going to be working on, he's actually hanging out in the room. It is Scott. We'll be shipping it out to him. All right. I'll be on that here shortly. Let me go right here. All right. Now, I've got it in a pretty good place, but I don't know what the heck is going on. These things are going. Okay, we're good. Nah, let's keep this glove on. Let's be safe. And let's put that one back on. Let's not be stupid. Be smart. Watch what you're doing. Hey, what's up, controller? You coming to Joliet? We got some Hawaii coming to Joliet. And then some other cool folks all over the place. I got you guys zoomed in pretty good, I think. It's a pretty cool camera angle. All right, bear with me for a second. So now this is the decision where I have to be smart. I have to think about this in advance. So if you look, I have a little bit of extra spacing on this all the way around. So this is why I was pulling my glove off. I got distracted. Taterhead, what's up, man? Aw, man. Yeah, hate to hear it about the family reunion. I hope you enjoy it, but at the same time, I hate to miss you. You going to North Carolina, controller? I wish I could make it to the daggum the Philly break. I wanted to make it to that one, but I don't know if he listed it that late or if it's just that short notice, or if it had already been listed and I just didn't look. But I just seen it like a week or two ago, like maybe the 1st of January or the very last week of June. It's when I saw BA and Brown Hornets thing. Was that right when it was listed, or has it been known for a while already? Copy going to North Carolina? Heck yeah, man. I'll see you there. I'll be in North Carolina. Nice. My neighbor ordered one. I'll be helping with. Ah, sweet. Yeah. I typically won't talk about who has ordered what wire where, because I've got several 7/8 harnesses ordered. Just because some guys are kind of secret about their stuff, and other guys are not secret about their stuff at all, and they are very happy to share it, which is I mean, I think both, it's fine. Definitely the guys that are probably more active with sharing are probably slightly more beneficial to the hobby in a way. Maybe get a few more haters, but at the same time, get a lot more people interested in building up and making their stuff bigger, especially when they hear a bigger name out there upgrading. But at the same time, people want to go incognito. It don't hurt my feelings at all. I got to do the work anyway, so I don't have to announce their names or nothing. So I will work with you however you want. It don't hurt my feelings. Now, I am probably a little bit worse on the side because I've been so used to trying to hide everybody's stuff, like not mention their names or and stuff like that. So I'm probably a little bit better at not telling people whose wire it is, as I am remembering the guys who said it's fine. So I always try to err on the side of caution unless somebody reminds me, and I will let everybody know. Don't hurt my feelings either way though. They've been talking about it and just put the flyer out. Okay, well, I'm glad they finally put the flyer out. I really wish they would have did it a little bit sooner because I could not get approval to make it. I was trying my best to see if I could because it was a good turnout last year, a lot of cool people. But unfortunately, it was so short notice, I couldn't squeeze it. I've already made a trip last weekend. I got to make another trip this weekend, another trip the next weekend. Then I'm going to Joliet. Then after, I've got at least, at a minimum, Gulfport, North Carolina, and possibly Cleveland, Ohio, that I'm going to, and the year's not even out yet. And the end of the season's basically September. So, I got a busy couple months. All right, so this is, I don't know if this is smart, dumb, or the right decision. I'm trying to there we go. I'll do it this way. All right, so I had to get the O-rings on there. That's important. Hey, heck yeah, man. See you in Gulfport, Ranger. Oh, and thank you for liking the stream. I missed it. I'm sorry. Soul Control 561 out of Bakersfield, California. Hey, Soul Control. Yeah, this is not Soul Control's wire, but the next one is going to be. So we will be talking about Soul Control stuff here in just a little bit. But it will be the hilarious thing about this, and this was not planned. You can ask Soul Control. I've literally got two almost 100% identical harnesses. And they were ordered within 1 day of one another. So that's pretty funny. Now, of course, they are both kind of doing it the best way I can build it, setting up RF mitigation in line. They're doing, I don't think I did brackets on either one, but I talked about it. But problem with me is it's just so hard to get this stuff done. It's hard to get the extras. There's a couple more extras that I could do, but I almost can't even offer them right now just because I can't get them done. I gotta finish too many projects. But yeah, it was literally like within a day of one another. They got identical harnesses. I've got another 7/8 harness, and then another 7/8 harness after that, and then I'll finally be caught up with 7/8 harnesses. Hey, appreciate you. 1137 waving a hand, man. I didn't see you hop in there. Look, check it out. Hang on. Here you go, controller. Now, one of the you want to go actually about a quarter wave out, believe it or not. I talked to where is it at? This is how this one's going to set up actually. So this one's got your initial harness right here, and this has got a flange that I've got baked into it, and that flange is actually going to be tied to ground. But what you want to do is do that a quarter wave back. You don't want to do it really 3 to 6 waves. That if you did it 3 to 6 foot, you're talking about either 22.5 degrees or 45 degrees out of phase, and you want to hit 90 degrees out of phase because at that point, that's the highest point of the RF cycle, and you want to shunt that to ground. 3 to 6 inches away from the feed, inch 3 to 6 ground to the box units, very important, especially. Oh, you're talking about keeping them short? Yeah. Yeah, if you're talking about keeping your leads short, that's good too. Ain't nothing wrong with that. The split feed on this one, you can kind of see. Oh, this is the split feed right here for that setup right there. So this is what's called a connector-based split feed. I guess I didn't show you guys earlier because I did finish it, but that's how it sets up. This, of course, will go to 2 different connections right there. This can be covered in silicone too, like keep it nice and protected to where the tin coated copper and the copper terminals will last longer, but it doesn't have to be. You'll just have to change out your shield once every couple years or so. All right, let me get back to work right here. I actually saw you guys over here on the reflection. See in Gulfport. Yeah. So ideally, I recommend to go about 90 degrees out of phase. That's the goal. To go back and then ground that out. What you're trying to do is any common mode current that's coming along the line at the highest point of the RF cycle, you want to take that and shunt it straight to ground. So that's the goal. Yeah, nothing wrong with 3 to 6 inches, but you'll have more of you're taking it basically as it comes out of the common mode. What kind of coax is this? This is 7/8 hardline right here. So this coax is typically used in telecom and broadcast. Whoops, hang on a second. Well, I guess I got another one, don't I? I got like 4 of these I just took out, but I don't know where the other ones are. So I guess I got go down there and dig it up. Okay, got it. Yeah, yes sir, 7/8. Guys, well, I know, it'll be dependent on just the box and the coax. Yeah, so what this is, what you're talking about doing is that's common mode current. Common mode current is when a coax goes outside of its intended function and it turns into part of the tuned antenna system. You typically don't want that. You want to try to avoid it as much as possible. And the way you do that is try to tune your system for what's called a purely resistive load. If you can do that, then from that point you won't have to worry about this. But here's the spoiler alert. It's not possible. You can't really get that. Actually, that's not the biggest. This is a larger piece of coax. This is called inch and 5/8 is what this is. I'll show you another picture of it right there. That's inch and 5/8 versus 7/8. It makes the 7/8 look weenie. But yeah, all kind of stuff. I carry all sorts of different wires. Hey, thanks for liking the live. I can't pronounce that or say that, but I do appreciate you. Thank you very much. All right, so now my job is to go ahead and make sure this is going to last for a long period of time. I'll explain more about common mode current in just a moment. Give me a second. I am responding to YouTube and TikTok and Facebook at the same time, so forgive me if you guys are not following the things that I'm saying. At some point in time, I'm going to try to, like, on the screen right, can't really show you, but on the screen, right here. Right here, I think I want to have, like, a little thing that has, like, a chat box where you guys can see everybody commenting from all places. If I can do that, that'd be cool. If not, then whatever. At least I can see your guys' comments. Alrighty then. Sorry, I'm making you guys wait about common mode current, but just give me a second. I'm trying to get done with this wire at the same time as talking. And that is definitely a minute or two tangent worth of speaking. We'll go over it just shortly. So common mode current, the way it works is you'll have a signal. So let's look at this coax since it's open and we can see. Normally what happens is RF will travel on the exterior of the center conductor, on the outside of that center conductor right there. It doesn't matter what's on the middle. If I've got a wire, I've got one over here somewhere. This wire right here has a solid center conductor. It's not hollow, so it has to travel on the exterior. It doesn't care about the inside. It can be a solid core with an aluminum core and a copper-clad aluminum core if you want, or it can be solid and hollow. It doesn't make a difference one way or the other in the concept. Then RF will come up through the center and go back down the exterior part on the outside, or excuse me, the exterior of the center conductor like this, and then it'll go back down the inside like this of the shield on this inside edge right here. What happens when RF doesn't go the way it's supposed to, when it has common mode current, it has an impedance problem as it's trying to flow out to the antenna. So what it tries to do is it'll roll over the exterior of the shield, not the interior, the exterior, and it'll start radiating off the exterior of the coax. So the way you try to mitigate that is to run what's called a balun. You either run a sleeve balun, you run a palsy stub, you run a bazooka balun, and a lot of these are the same names for the same thing. You'll run a current balun, you'll run an RF, some type of RF choke, you'll run an ugly balun, bunch of different solutions. By far the greatest RF mitigation I've ever found is taking it about 90 degrees out of phase and then taking that coax and directly grounding it. It's super risky, so I do it with connectors rather than doing it with, and this is only useful for a mono-banded setup. If it's a multi-banded setup, you're going to have to do a different type of balun, and then you'll have to deal with your power limits. Hey, Angel, appreciate the subscribe on YouTube. Boost the power out. I mean, there's a lot of stuff you can do with it for sure. Yeah, kind of. Yeah, you could. There's definitely options to do stuff like that. It's not really going to do anything to boost it in general. All it's going to do is open up options and features it already had. Like a MERS mod on an HF rig. You do a MERS mod, you're opening up frequencies that it already has, but you're getting it. Alrighty then. Now, let's go ahead and do a wallop. Alright. Pull this back up just a smidge. Go ahead and apply a little bit more lubricant or just any sort of, it's kind of like a dielectric grease compound. It works like a lubricant around the O-ring to keep the O-ring from getting caught and stuck. So now I will get this one, my hobo one, this one, and this one. This one goes on the bottom and it stays consistent no matter what. This upper one right here, I will line it up in place. Whoops. This is what I get for moving this. I didn't mean to move that. And I will make sure this, well, hang on, let me. All right, so don't get too cocky. Go slow with it. Let me try to see if I can do it by hand. So I start in reverse, let the threads seat down, and then go the rest of the way. Now, it's going to be hard enough to have to do it with the other tool. That's what we're going to move to. We're going to zoom out just a smidge so you guys can see what I'm doing. It could. Hang on. We got a solution for you. Your 7300 needs this wire on it. I've got a solution for you. You ready? Appreciate you, Lucy Lou, for liking the stream. There you go. We got a solution for you. Now that'll screw right into your 7300. We're good to go. All right, so when you ready for me to ship it to you? All right, let's get back to work. Sorry, I had to be goofy for a second. All right. Yes. Those don't talk about it, and not really, Ryan. There's definitely a little bit of nuance to it to some degree. Just depends on what it is. Like MERS, you're supposed to get like a special class, special authorization to get a MERS through some companies. Through other companies, it's just like something they keep kind of hidden because they try to keep a degree of order. Hey, what's up, Cletus? Appreciate you liking the stream. I don't know if you did that on YouTube or Facebook land, but I do appreciate it. Okay. She is locked in. So now here is the scary part. Try to pull the connector off. Pull it straight up, and if you can pull it off, you didn't put it on right, and you can start over. And that's not the end of the world. It's better that it comes off now than it comes off later. Hey, Mickey, waving a hand 305. Appreciate you liking the stream. All right, so this harness is complete. It is ready to go to its owner. Let's go ahead and get to work on the next one. It's going to be extremely similar. Like I said, the only thing that's going to be slightly different is the split feed, just because that stuff is so rare. They're hard to get them identical. LC is I'm yelling like I got to talk to the other room. You guys are right here on my microphone, so we're good. So let me just talk normally. LC is a old military type connector. It was been used for a very long time, and it is currently still in use in several fields. But typically it's in like RF generator field and some things like that. All right. What is this? This is next. Time to work with this one. Give me just 1 second. Ooh, gotta be careful. All right, get my dikes. I'm coming back to read your comments. Don't worry. So, I'm gonna do one connector for you guys on this one. I don't know if I'll be able to go live on the other connectors just simply because it's too much in between work. Unfortunately, I hate to admit it, there's a lot more prep work that comes involved in this stuff than what you guys see on video. I try to save the cool looking stuff, the things that you guys would like, and put that on video, but the rest of it, it's not as interesting. So, this is the next harness. This is Scott's harness. Waving a hand 2 watt with a wave. Hope you're doing well, man. Okay. I appreciate you stepping in there, Dirty Bird, too, and explaining some stuff. I'm not, unfortunately, keeping up. So let's go back up here. This is Soul Control 561 out of Bakersfield's wire. So this is a California harness here. I will not speak on the other one because, like I said, I'm not going to talk about where it's going unless I get approval from the owner. Next. So this right here is absolutely unacceptable. Do not cut a harness like this. Let me see if I can get this thing to focus. See all that trash and metal in there? You can't do that. It has to be nice and smooth and clear and all that good stuff. This is jacking me up trying to look at the camera. I just need to look at the actual camera and do it. But yeah, you want it clear. If you have a bunch of trash in there, you're going to lower the dielectric strength. Or you're going to decrease the dielectric strength, and you're going to cause a premature failure on the wire due to a high voltage node. Hey, thanks for sharing the live. Appreciate you, man. Hey, copy the TikTok's much better than Facebook. That's pretty cool. It kind of sucks though. I wonder what's wrong with Facebook. Facebook land, let me know, guys, what the heck is going on there. Appreciate you, Ranger, Cletus, Joshua, Empty Pockets, and Enriquez, and whoever else is hopping in here. Thank you, guys. We're going to go ahead and straighten the center conductor out. See how it's nice and flat. I had somebody years ago, I hate to say it, but they complained. It was like, man, he flattened my wire, he cut this, and he just left it jacked up and messed up like this. It wasn't this bad either. It was just one side. But the thing is, literally, when you build the flange, it fixes the whole connection. So, I don't know. But I will absolutely, if I sell this wire, I will, in the future, I won't do that again, because they bought the wire from me and they were going to put the ends on themselves. And they got mad at me because I bent the flange over. But they didn't tell me. They told somebody else. So that kind of frustrated me. Like, if you got a problem, just tell me. I'm sorry. I can apologize. But I can also tell you that it's not going to be a problem. Let's get to work. Next connector. We got to get some progress going here. We're on Facebook and everything's good. Copy, everything's good and smooth there. I can see more in the layout. Okay, that's pretty cool. I wonder what all extra it shows. Oh, maybe that top bar shows. Let me pull it. Well, I ain't messing with that while I'm live. But I can actually grab all these bars. Look, watch this. This is going to be dumb, and I'm going to regret this, but I'm going to show you anyway. So I can click this border right here. Which border is that one? Come on, which one is it? Will it show me? All right, so I can click this. I can actually grab this and move my little camera where it's out of this border. Get back. Oh, crap. Is this one? Okay, cool. Pull it back in line. Virtually impossible to get that thing back straight. But whatever. That's what I get for screwing around. No, it's off. It's off to the left a little bit. Dang it. I can do that. Maybe move the border. There we go. Nope, that's not right. Maybe. Whatever. That'll be good enough. You guys can see the imperfections now that I moved it around and was screwing with it. Alright, what are you trying to broadcast, achieve? Oh, I'm sorry. Depends on where you're at, Ryan. There's definitely some people in, what is it, I think they say Deutschland, just the Dutch people. It's a very common thing. Depends on what they're doing. You just gotta, there's some nuance to it. You gotta be careful. There's certain countries where you can get away with it a lot more than other countries. So in the U.S., it's a lot more restricted on what allowed broadcasts are, especially when it comes to music and radio. So you got to, I would probably keep it to like a free band or something, rather than I would actually try to go to an established frequency that somebody else has a license on. So I would recommend that. Just try to keep it to an open frequency. Let's just say that way. A frequency that doesn't have an allocation to it, or at least much of an allocation. Now, obviously, I can't stop you from operating on whatever frequency you want. I do discourage like actively trying to bother other people. That's typically even the guys that are operating illegally, and I say illegally as in not following a rule from 1976. Hey, thanks for letting me see that. So, okay, I see that on Facebook. Hey, cool. It shows a GIF there. That's cool. Screenshot. You see the live chat. You see all this stuff. See the comments. The comments are much, much larger on Facebook. Yeah, you can't see nearly as much. The zoom's the same level. Sorry, we're looking at, Cletus did me a favor and screenshotted both the different ones. I need to take those stars off so that will stop taking up part of the screen. I appreciate anybody who's ever sent me stars, but I don't need them. It's not, I don't need to get money from you guys just to do a video. Okay. Well, maybe if I pull the stars off and stuff like that, it'll look better on Facebook. But yeah, I definitely do think TikTok, the design of TikTok, the way it's got the the layout is probably a bit better. What's up, Mitchell? What's up, Larry? Hello, hello. Yeah, thank you, Cletus, for sure. All right, let's get this thing cut. So we're going to go ahead and line this up and cut at the base of the 9 right here. Hello, hello, Phil. Hope you're doing well. Manny, hope you're doing well. Everybody else, hope you guys are doing good. So we are working on Scott's harness. I'm terrible with remembering crap, so I worked and cheated up here. Let's go here. Yeah, Scott, if you want to message, excuse me, Ryan, if you want to message me later, I can kind of explain all the different details and the nuance to it. There's definitely ways to be polite and be respectful and things like that and not bother people. Soul Control. I have to remember your number, Soul Control. 561. Soul Control 561. Mr. Soul Control's wire we're working on now. Am I in a good spot? I think we should probably cheat a little bit and zoom. I think that'll be alright. I won't jerk all over the place. Hey, thanks for liking the stream, Don. I think it's probably in a bad spot now that I did that. Maybe I can get this right here. Click, 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 click. Somebody else, if you don't mind, I hate to ask again, but like the stream if possible. That way I can, or like this video, so I can drag that little box out of the way. It won't let me do it right now. So as soon as you guys do, I'm going to stop what I'm doing and try to move that little thing so you can see the text box. So I can give people the recognition they're due. I just realized I'm trying. I am not a streamer, guys. Like, I like getting all this stuff set up and after it's working and working well, but the whole process to get here, oh my gosh, it's a pain in the neck. Like, for the guys who's making thousands of dollars off of making videos and crap like that, yeah, all power to them. Cool. Set up your stream, make it super nice. Maybe pay somebody to do it. I don't know. But this crap's for the birds, man. At some point, we will have a much better stream because I'm going to have my 2 gig run all the way down here. But I just don't even have the time right now. I've got freaking trips planned out the daggone yin yang. I got to go all over the daggone place. And that's not like, that's just things I have to do for work. Not me going out and having vacations or crap. It'd be nice. If you guys want to go on a trip that's very much like a vacation, then definitely go to Hawaii, because that was definitely vacation-esque for sure. I got to see a lot of customers that I already deal with on a couple different islands, and that was pretty awesome. And definitely got to explore the island, so I would say that's very vacation-esque for a work trip. So it was pretty sweet. But that Laupahoehoe happens once a year in February, so if you guys can make it, feel free. If you guys need ticket information about how to get a cheaper plane ticket and be able to get there at a reasonable cost, I will absolutely share my tips and tricks with you, because you can absolutely get there for cheaper than you think. Let's just say that. You can make it to Laupahoehoe for a pretty reasonable cost. I think if you were just going for the weekend, let me try to think of the money. If inflation doesn't go up and we don't have like some crazy outstanding difference in money between now and then, you should be able to get to Hawaii for around $250 per person. There's definitely a trick to do that, to be able to get it that cheap. You'll have to fly your basic economy or whatever. So if you want to spend more money, of course, you can have a nicer flight, but whatever you want to do, it's up to you. Also, if you look around at almost any hotel, it'll cost you around, I think, $250, $280 a night maybe. So that's definitely significantly more expensive than over here, but not like deal breaker money. If you go Friday and Saturday, you're talking about like $500 in your hotel fee. So $500 in your hotel fee, $250 for one person to fly. If you bring a family, of course, it costs more money, but that's not a bad stay. And you go to Lapa Hoi Hoi on Friday and Saturday, and I guarantee you them boogers will feed you till you're full. You ain't got to worry about it. So it is not the most expensive trip to go on out of all these places. So definitely keep that in mind. As long as you don't catch something. YouTube is good too compared to Facebook. Yeah, on YouTube I was trying to make the horizontal view, and I did make it, but I had to move to a different software because it was trying to crash my computer. It was using up way too much CPU usage. I hit like 40-50% of CPU usage, and now I'm at like 6%. So that app was just ridiculously stupid on how much it was wasting of my memory. Not my memory, but my CPU bandwidth. Let's put this on here. All right, we gotta, even though it's just a tiny little piece, it's just one little rubber O-ring, put your gloves on because you will slice the piss out of your hand. Waving a hand, Super Savage. Waving a hand, Stuart. Hope you're doing well. Hello, Brian. Hope you're doing well, he's gone. Hello, Empty Pocket. Pox. Waving a hand, man. Hot Shot. Waving a hand, man. Hope you're doing well. We're working on some 7/8s right here, doing an LC connector for some 7/8s. We'll be doing some more 7/8s here soon. 1, 2, 3 more 7/8 harnesses. I actually forgot one. I didn't think about that till just now. So, but we will be working on that pretty soon. I've still got to wait for some more parts. Let's line this up. But I've got to get these two harnesses right here out the door so I can, and where's my daggum needle nose? I'm using them. that's where they're at. I got a second set of needle nose right here. It'll work just fine. Come on, you can do it. No, that's the worst case scenario. All right, whatever. I've got a solution for that. I am a pack rat. And because I'm a pack rat, I've got something to show you guys. It's not a gigantic brag, but it's a small brag. I've got O-rings. And that would have been devastating if I wouldn't have had as many of these as I got. Now I've got some more O-rings, sure, but whatever. That would have sucked. Ta-da! I got a matching O-ring. Technically, this crap is not a matching O-ring. It pisses me off. But whatever. When you deal with a connector that's so rare, you got to deal with whatever O-rings you can get. LC connector is not a very common connector, and it's absolutely not very common for 7/8s. Okay, let's do this one more time. Oh, yeah. I know what you're saying there, Cletus. Hey, I'm not talking about vacation. I'm talking about work trips, man. Work trips. I guess most everybody would consider that a vacation, though. But for me, I am absolutely doing it for work, and I'm not trying to be smart alecky either. I like all you guys, and it's great. But I don't consider going live for 8+ hours in New Orleans this big vacation for me. Now, that was absolutely work. I can't even get out of the sun. I got to sit in the daggum, wherever the heck the daggum view is, I've got to sit there and stand in the sun the whole time. So, now that doesn't mean I'm not going to try to come up with solutions to stay cool, because I absolutely did. I got a little neck fan. Man, I'll be blasting that thing as high as I can. I need to get that thing ordered. I'm going to get one of them daggum pocket ones that hooks on your belt. I'm going to have the neck fan going. I don't care. I'll be the biggest yuppie in the world. Don't hurt my feelings none. When it's 90+ degrees outside and I'm out there and I can't get in the shade, shoot, I'm going to do whatever I can. I don't like that. That's not going to work out well for me. So let's go ahead and finish this. String works well. What do you mean by string works well? String works well? String works well? I don't know. I am blind, or that just pulling what do you call it? I don't do a whole lot of Marvel anymore, but that Drax dude, who any sort of joke goes straight over his head. I don't do that. Anything it doesn't go over my head, I would catch it. Yeah, that whatever that putting an O-ring. Oh yeah, cool. String. Copy that. Yeah, it would keep the O-ring protected for sure. I'm sure there's probably a better method, and I would absolutely take the advice. But so far, I have not had any major failures except for that one. This is technically the wrong size O-ring, and if anybody orders these, I would highly recommend to buy a custom O-ring. I am able to make it retrofit and without having it fail. You saw what I did. I just used a pair of needle nose to help slide it on to keep it off the sharp edges. I mean, there's definitely better O-rings you can just purchase. I've got a whole pile of them over there somewhere too. I actually got whole sets. I don't even know where I put them. Did I put them in here? No, that's not all my O-rings. I got a bunch more somewhere. But yeah, appreciate the tips and tricks, man. I will, if I have some major trouble with mine, I'll look into the string option, see if it works out well for me. I think I've seen something similar to that, like the string to pull a ring off. You wrap it in string or whatever, and then you pull the... I've seen that before. I'm not sure if it's the same philosophy for the O-ring, but that's just recalling some memory here. It is not pleasant in my shop right now. That thing is still 78 degrees in here. Jeez. D-Win, Sean. Right there, D-Win. That is the handle. I use that if I'm talking on any sort of freeband. I don't. I mostly monitor on all other frequencies. I've got a long story to go along with that, but I probably won't go over that on this live because I'll seem like I'm being cocky in some way, and I'm not going to do that. Let's just say but yeah. You can do it. Nope, that didn't work. So you and you can go there and hold this in place. Slide this in here. Oh, I didn't hold it. Can you guys see everything I'm doing? Mostly, yeah. My arm's in the way right now, I know, but I can't help that. Oh, come on. This is the worst place for this to be. Oh, it didn't work. So I've got to make sure it doesn't ride up the O-ring like that. That's the worst thing I needed to do. You can stay right there. I'm trying not to run this flange out before I work on this. No, I let go too early. Alright, wait just a second. I think it'll be smarter just to... I've got that lubricant on the end of the O-ring and it's... Dang. Whew, give me... You little butthole. Found this O-ring. I've got a 102 footer coax in my lap, so this is why it's slightly difficult for me to do this. Okay. Oh, that was funny. Okay. No, sir. D wins. What I go by? Alright. So, what we're doing here, putting this O-ring on, that worked perfectly fine. Probably doesn't help that I got lubricant on the end of my glove. So that's probably what my issue was. Hello, 541, Central California, waving a hand, man. Hope you're doing well. Anybody else got any other questions? Y'all want to say anything? Feel free to hop in here and say whatever you like. I know we got a bunch of guys hanging out on YouTube lands. I do appreciate the guys who are responding there. The guys who are just checking it out and watching, I appreciate you guys too. It's not a one-size-fits-all situation. I do appreciate y'all. I got enough other people actually talking. Hey, appreciate you, Abraham, for liking the live. I got my mug in the way, trying to look at your name. So we got to build our flange first. I'm getting ahead of myself. So the way I build the flange is I just find something with a nice smooth edge, something like this. Doesn't have to be that. It could be something like that. It could be something rounded like this. Doesn't matter. As long as it's got a rounded edge, that's all that matters. The differing thicknesses does change how easy or how hard it is to start it. So definitely start with a finer point tip and then build your size up to make your flange. Unfortunately, all your flaring tools, somebody, oh, just use a flaring tool on that. Unfortunately, all your flaring tools are, one, going to be designed for a bigger connector size than this, or two, they're going to be designed for a pipe, not for a kind of double pipe kind of situation like this, which is what coax is. Hey, thanks for sharing the live. Thank you. Appreciate you. All right. Any questions you guys have about this coax? Feel free to ask. The next event we're going to be going to is going to be in Joliet, Illinois. Hope to see you guys there. I will be giving out some, I don't even have it in front of me, but I'll be giving out some hats and some shirts there. I've yet undecided on how much I'm going to give out, but as long as you say the slogan, the one that everybody voted for, I don't personally, it kind of seems like I'm being cocky by saying that, but I had a whole vote, a whole event for this, and everybody picked it. So I didn't pick the slogan. This is not a cocky thing by me. It makes me sound cocky though, but it's the "you always win with D-Wins," or "always win with D-Wins RF Supply" is what it is. But you always win with D-Win or always win with D-Wins RF Supply. Either one is acceptable for the slogan. I think that's the coolest way to do it, just because it helps everybody. If they say it the right way, or just say it like the way the shirt says it, then you get the shirt. So it's fair enough. Like I said, I'm definitely not much for self-promotion when saying I'm the best or anything like that. I typically try to know what I know, and what I don't know, I typically try to stay away from. If you ask me a question and it's outside the field of one that I'll be willing to answer on this RF supply, or it is beyond the scope of my knowledge, I will absolutely bow out and tell you as much as I know and move on from the conversation. I'm not going to try to have a whole expository conversation on something I know so very little about. On some things I'll speculate, but not too much. All right, we have got a boatload of lubricant, and I just ran out of the one I had right there. So let me stand my butt up, try to hold this coax into place, just like that. And then grab the drawer full of these and pull another one out. That one right there will do just fine. I don't know why. Sometimes I'll get to be a snob on those, and I'll grab a different one just because I like it more. That other one that I just ran out of, I'm definitely like a snob with that stuff. I like it a little better. O-ring, put them back up. I know I had to do something else. All right. Okay. Helix, yes sir. Noobs Town fan. This is 7/8 Helix right here. So you see inch and 5/8 beside it, it's 7/8. That makes it look very small, but then I compare it to some RG400 and it looks absolutely gigantic. So that's RG400 in comparison. I might have some LMR or something like that. Somebody could look at, or some 213. But even half-inch flex. This is half-inch flex. This is some excellent wire. It can handle a lot. It does a good job. If I can find one that's daggum long enough, geez. Come on, man, find one shorter. All of them gigantic. This is half-inch flex, and you can see literally the gigantic difference between the two wires. So this can almost fit for the center conductor, not quite, but still. There's a very large difference between the two wires. All right. Let's finish this up. So now from here, I have skipped an entire step. I was looking to see everybody's comments. Hey, what's up, Smokestack? Hope you're doing well, man. All right, so I skip an entire step when I'm doing this. If you guys say we'll pull up an old instruction manual, you'll open that booger up and it'll tell you some information. I think I'm maybe safe to take my gloves off. I'll do it. We'll see if I regret it in a minute. I slice myself more on freaking 7/8 than I've sliced myself on anything. All right, let me hop over here and let me show you. All right, so if you look, it'll say clamping nuts, threads, add the silicone grease. So they call it silicone grease. It's dielectric grease is what it's very similar to. You got corrugated, you want to cut it flush to the nut, you want to cut it at the ridge, you want to use a knife to cut the foam back. I do that when I build the flange. Hey, Hondo, waving a hand, man. Appreciate you liking the stream. So I want you to clamp on that connection. This does not show me what I need to see. Well, whatever. I've got another one, but it tells you to use a wire brush and try to clean off all the added material that you've literally got in here from cutting it, because it tries to get you to use a hacksaw, and that's a bad decision in my opinion. All right. Hey, Larry, appreciate you liking the stream, Mr. D-Man. Hope you're doing well, man. It's been a long time since I talked to you. Actually, not super long, but still long enough. Long time no see. Ain't been a month of Sundays, but it's been a few. Since I've at least said hello, that is. Well, some of you guys get in here incognito liking the stream or checking it out later on, and I don't get to see your guys' comments, nor do I get to see you guys when you like it. If I get a chance to go back and dig through all the likes, then I will. But I'm not always doing that. Not to be rude or nothing. It's just not something you always think about. You're like, oh yeah, who came out? Alrighty, what have I got going on right here? I don't know what that is. So we got, oops, I gotta be careful. My thumb is getting really close to this material right here, so I will regret it immensely if I cut myself. Hey, appreciate you. Hey, what's up, 111 Needle Bender? Waving a hand, man. Hope you're doing well. I'm giving you guys a shout out before you can say hello to me. Yeah, doing well, man. Family's doing great too. That absolutely appreciate y'all. Oh yeah, I forgot. I got a 5th event I got to go to. The Wolfman event in the 4th Saturday in October. I'll be going to that one too. Alrighty then. So now, job is to lock this into place. I've got to find my lighter over here. Tell me if you guys like this zoomed in view, or if you guys would like to be further back out here and watching me work. I am perfectly happy to run it how you like. You guys put in the comments, say zoomed out or zoomed in. Copy the super busy. Heck yeah, man. Thank you for hopping in and saying hello, and definitely appreciate you checking out the replays for sure. Hey, appreciate the coins there, Cletus. Now, like I said, I don't need those things, but I do appreciate it for sure. It's definitely not something I have to have. If it costs you guys money, don't feel like you have to pay me or I don't know, do anything that costs you money. If you like the stream, if you follow and subscribe, that's really all that matters to me, because I just want to get the content out to more people. I don't have to make money off of my lives just because you guys are here. I do appreciate anybody who chooses to do something, but that's not the thing that I really have to have by any means. Just if you feel the need and you like what I'm doing, feel free to share what I'm doing and let other people see it. And then if you like it enough yourself, then feel free to subscribe or to follow me. I appreciate all you guys. If I could get just 1/10 of the guys that watch me on YouTube to follow me, I'd be doing pretty good. Yeah, Copy being careful. Appreciate you. Come home. Thanks for looking out for me. It is risky for sure, because I've that flange is nice and sharp and it can cut you. I don't need to say that too much, because I mean, I'm sure I'll get some sort of weird suspension because I'm doing something dangerous. It's really not dangerous. If you're safe and you're careful, it's perfectly fine. I build this wire all the time. That is not a big deal. It's just irritating. So when you cut Teflon, you have to cut it with a bit of a tolerance, because Teflon has a little bit of thermal expansion that it does, and then it cut this with expansion in mind. It doesn't really matter, because as long as I got it in place, it's fine. It ain't going to do anything. It'll do its job, but it's definitely kind of annoying when you're going to put it on. All right, get my wallop tool to do a wallop. I keep dropping stuff, man. I'm not doing the best here. Hey, thanks for the follow. Appreciate you. Thanks for Tobias. Appreciate you following. Thanks for liking the live. Appreciate you guys. You guys are awesome. I hope you guys on YouTube do the same. If you guys like what you're seeing, if you guys like seeing these coax videos, I do them all the time. So I do appreciate you guys. Copy the zoom out. You like it better. I will stay on the zoom out. Nobody else said anything about zoom in. So let me explain this real quick. I'm going to be very clear here. There is 547. I don't know how many there. Probably. I don't know. I don't know how many. It says total. It doesn't say how many actually was in here. Whatever. There's like 100 of you guys in here, right? Between all the different platforms right now. Maybe a little less. Maybe like 60, something like that. But there's like 100 of you guys. One person requested the zoom out view. So if anybody else has any objections, all it takes is 2 of you, and we're moving out to the other view. So realize a comment has a lot of power. Your vote has a lot of sway in this stuff. I will listen to you guys and absolutely let you guys have your way with these videos to some degree. I mean, I'm going to give you guys camera angles and stuff like that. I'm not doing something different just because you guys want me to, though, because I still got work to do. But still, like I said, I can zoom in or do whatever I want if you guys got questions. So like I said, if you guys got a comment, we can go to the zoomed in where we're in nice and close like this, or we can stay on the zoomed out view like this so you can see what's going on. Hey, I do appreciate you, the accolades there, Smokestack, man, for sure. It's appreciated for sure. When somebody recognizes what I'm doing, it's definitely appreciated. I do these videos for you guys. I've got to do the wire anyway, so I might as well. Feel free. All right, so we got to zoom in. So we have a vote for zoom out, zoom in. All it's going to take is one more person commenting, and we're going to stick with whatever the second person says. So whoever comments next, you have the most power, whoever you are. So I will stay in this view until I get one more. Tell me, zoom in. All right, we got 2 zoom ins. Now, if we start having a war over this, we're going to have to start counting. But we'll stay zoomed in for now. Sorry about that, Adam. You've been overruled. All right, so we're zoomed in. This is all finished up on this end. So what I've got to do now is I've got to measure off the wire. I'm going to cut some length off and work it out from there. But yeah, this is how it looks. Of course, you guys can still see me over here on the small camera. This is kind of in my way, and I'm blocking my own face, but whatever. I don't really care. I don't. It's mainly for you guys to see. All right, so from what I got to do right here, let's see if I can do this all at once. This is going to be kind of hard. We're going to run this over, go under here. Oh, I can just do it on this end that I just built. That's fine. All right, so I'm going to do a weird zoom out. I don't really care. Just for a second. So I'm sorry, I'm going to overrule the rules because we're going to take this right here and use it as a stand. And we're going to measure off some length because we have a meter adjustment right here. 640. Measure up. Where's my measuring tape? I got like 15 of these things, but I keep one that I like. I got 2 of these actually that I like. I like them because they're super flexible or whatever. All right, so maybe I can zoom you guys out a little bit, something like that. Let me see what I'm doing. You guys see my nice nasty trash can. This is literally what I clean my trash out with. So I will, because you guys can see it, I will be responsible and change my trash. So the bad thing is when I fill it up, I typically don't have any more trash after that. But as soon as I empty it, that booger gets full all over again. So it kind of drives me nuts, to be honest. But that's the problem with having a shop. You got all kinds of stuff. So just because of you guys hanging out, I'm changing my trash out. Now the bad thing is I don't know where my other bag is, so I'll have to get another one later. No, it's down here. There we go. Let's open the new bag up. Zoom out is appropriate for this. Yeah, I know, right? Zoom out is definitely appropriate for that. Yeah, I know. I've got to call it quits here pretty soon. But I don't want to leave all these guys hanging, man. We got lots of guys hanging out with us. But I will definitely cut this wire, and that'll be it for the night. But I can't, and I also can't leave it on a vote. I can't be like, oh, you guys want the zoomed in or zoomed out view? Oh, wait, never mind. I got to go. That would just be literally cruel. Finally convince you guys to say something. And then here I am invalidating what you got to say because I got to go. So we're going to do a little bit more, nothing crazy. This can go in the trash. That can go in the trash. We're just opening up a new trash bag. And you guys can see my hobo little way of holding the trash on the end right there. I just used some little metal clamps. So let's measure up here. Get to work. Oh, that looks like 40, math. 3.2808 times 12. That is 39. That's 40. It's right on the meter mark right there. Cool. So if I measure on the very end, pretty much 1 meter. So we're going to go just under. So divided by, so 2.74, 2.75, 0.75 times 3.2. No, that ain't right. 0.75, 0.75. Yeah, 2.75. 0.75 times 3.2. That's 2.46. 0.46. 6 inches. So 2 foot 6 inches. So we're going to go 6 inches less, right? So it'll be 6 inches. 2.46. Be basically 2 foot 6. 2 foot 6. Be 369. So 2.75 meters. Okay, cool. So we're going to go 1 meter, 2 meter, 3 meter, almost. So 1 meter here, 2 meter here. rotate on around. Actually, let's read this real quick. 640. 41. So 1, 2, 3. So 3, and then we're going to take 6 inches off. Is that correct? 3 meters, 6 inches off. That's going to put us here on our measurement. Let's make sure that's correct. I'm going to make a little mark. I got a little silver Sharpie. I guess I'll usually make a small scratch, but just in case my brain is stupid right now, we will mark that off and see if this works. So this is the boring aspect, guys. I know I do appreciate you guys hanging out and seeing what I'm doing, but this is some of the stuff that's just boring. It's doing a lot of math to figure out stuff. The conversion from meters to feet is 3.2808. If I was to figure that up for 9 foot, I would figure 9 divided by, what is it? So 9 times, 9 divided by 3.22808. That's 2.74 meters. If I was to figure out 0.74 meters times 3.2808, that's 2.42 feet. So then 0.42 feet times 12, that's 2 foot and 5 inches. So it's actually 1 inch less. So 2 foot 5 inches. So it's actually going to be 8 foot. Exactly 9 foot would end up being. Let me try to think about the math. Be I actually need to do 0.25. 0.25 times 3. Hang on a second. 9 divided by 3.2808, 2.74 equals minus 2 minus 1 minus 1. No. Minus 1. 0.256. 0.25 times 3.2808 equals times 12. So it's actually 9.84 inches off is actually what the answer is. That was incorrect. So 9.84 inches off and not 6 inches. So this is why I do this math. I'll clean that off with some alcohol later. I've got some over there. But yeah, I'll read you guys' comments. Hey, appreciate you, support you all the way. I don't have Instagram. You have Snapchat. If you don't, do tell. I'll support you. I don't have X either, but okay, I hope to get up there for y'all's break. If y'all have them. Yeah, we're doing 4th Saturday in October is the Wolfman event. That's what I'll be going to. Hey, I got it from your TVH. Not catching that, Reggie, but I do appreciate you for sure. Copy some big cable. This is used for broadcast. It's used for telecom. It's used for commonly used in FM broadcast stations. It's also commonly used in telecom applications. They are changing over to fiber little by little, but this is what they're doing. So this is the end of the length. We need to knock off 9.84. So something like this right up underneath here is where our actual mark's going to be. I'll make X on the other one right there, and then we'll squiggle that one out. That one's not correct. So just to confirm, I'm going to go around the cable right here with my finger, follow it on around to here, all the way over to this point right there. So if I was to go the full length, it's going to go here. We're going to go 0.75 of that, which would be slightly less. That's where it puts me up to this number right here. So what I'm going to do now is take my handy dandy knife, and we're going to cut the tape right here, up underneath this connection right here. We're going to pull this strand forward and pull this strand up right here. And this is the difficult part, keeping this wire in shape while also cutting it out. It is a pain in the neck. All right, guys, this will be my cut. I let y'all stick around for the boring part. There we go. That's the boring part. More to do, but I got to do it later. I'm going to pull this wire out of here. I'm going to rewrap this wire. I'm going to make sure it stays in the same shape it's in so I can ship it to its customer. This coax is going to California, so it's a long trip to be able to make a big, gigantic cable, so it's a pain in the neck. All right, so I will be working on that on Thursday. I've got church tomorrow, so I will not make it back on the live. I will be back soon. So, thanks guys for hanging out. I know some of you guys took off and run because it's boring, especially when it comes to doing stuff like that. But I do. Hang on, let me hop over here and say hello on both cameras. Thanks. Appreciate y'all hanging out for the live. If you guys get a chance to come to meet me in Joliet, feel free to come meet me in Joliet. That's going to be at the end of July. I will be back on Thursday and we'll be doing another live. So thank you. Appreciate y'all for hanging out. I will catch you all guys on the next live, and we'll be doing some more work then. So, I measured about 4 or 5 times. So, yeah. Appreciate you guys. What's up, JB? Waving a hand. See you guys. I'm out of here. I got to run. All right, hang on. Let me do the fancy thing. Hang on. Look. Check this out. Oh, hang on. Don't do it yet. Let me click this screen. Da-da-da-da. Ending the stream.